7K subscriber Q&A. I actually missed the 6K subscriber one. We got past it so fast, and I just didn't have a chance to do a Q&A. I did do a live stream with my cousins though, playing basketball, so I guess that counts. Man. What's up, virtual? Man, this break has been nice, I'll tell you. See, I had a vacation back in the second week of August. I was on a vacation for a week, but y'all wouldn't know that because I planned and scheduled videos for that week beforehand. And man, that grind was crazy. So that vacation was so nice. Didn't have to worry about making videos for a week. Got to relax. But then when I came back, I guess, I just got back on the grind. And then, I think I got back into it. But now I realized I need a long break. After making the 200 videos, just felt right. And now I actually want to make a little shift in my content. I want to stay with basketball, of course. That's not changing. But I want to make a little shift here and get a bit more of like a storytelling kind of aspect to it. You know what I mean? And it'll take a longer time to make each video, but I think it'll just be cool. I haven't started school yet, actually. It starts tomorrow, so yeah. Just planning, trying to figure out what video idea I want to go with. Next year is your last year in school? Nice. Yeah, this is my senior year as well. Well, then I'll have college, though. What position do I play? I'm a point guard and shooting guard. Stay hydrated. Do y'all hear the fan, or is it okay? Oh, thank you, bro. Virtual, you're dunking now? Jeez. Anybody in here excited for 2K25? I know I'm not. I don't trust 2K, but anybody here trying to get 2K25? Don't trust 2K either. Don't play 2K. 2K used to be great, man. Back in 2K16, 2K17, 2K18 was trash. 2K19 I rarely ever played. 2K20 was my favorite 2K of all time, though. That was during the lockdown, so I just had a lot of time on my hands to play. I had all my friends on there. We were playing Rec and Pro-Am. Good times. Oh, man. Did I hear about Ronaldo YouTube? I don't know what that is. Is that Ronaldo, the soccer player? He broke records on YouTube. He got 11 million subs in less than an hour. Ronaldo. What? Ronaldo, you mean? The official YouTube channel of Cristiano Ronaldo. Subscribe. Wow. When was the channel made? July 18th or July 8th, 2024. He's at 56 million. Oh my gosh. He's like the GOAT of soccer, right? I don't know soccer like that. Wow, he actually like has a YouTube. Oh wow. Jeez. Every video gets at least 5 mil. That's insane. What makes him such a fan favorite? What did he do? Mr. Beast is crying right now. Dude, I've been watching the Mr. Beast documentaries, man. He seems to be in a lot of trouble here. Do I have any drills to gain confidence in basketball games? I would say any drills for confidence. I don't know if I have drills per se. I think it's all about your mindset and how prepared you are. If you work really hard in the off season, if you work really hard when you're not in the games, that practice will usually translate to the games. But the reason why it's not is all a mindset issue, and I've dealt with it many times. So what I would say to you is work on the your mindset, work on yourself outside of the game, and once you work on yourself outside of the game, translate that to your own basketball play. For example, whether that be like some kind of meditation or prayer or something to just get your mind right and get, you know, yourself to become the player that you can become. You can't do the things that you want to do until you become that person. It's all an identity thing. I hope that helps. Is the mic too loud, or is it not loud enough, or is it all good? Dude, Darman's videos are so weird, bro. They're so weird. My son is 13 in middle school. We have enjoyed your channel. Good job. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, good luck to your son in basketball. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to your family. God bless y'all. All right, now I have a couple videos laid out here. I'm trying to figure out the best one that would provide the most value to you guys. Let's see. What's some advice to grow into my body in sports? I'm 14 and 6'3". Well, I don't know if I've ever really had to deal with that. I'm 5'9" or 5'10" on a good day, so I haven't really had that problem to solve. But I currently am cutting right now. I went from a bulk to a cut, so I guess you could say that's growing into my frame. Um, Make sure to get enough calories. Don't. This is my personal experience. This is not medical advice. I went on the dirty bulk for the first time. I hate it. Do not dirty bulk. If you're gonna bulk, lean bulk. Get good food, nutritious food. Eat that and eat a lot of that. Don't get the junk food just for the extra calories. I did that and it backfired because now I feel like I got a bit of a gut. Okay, and I'm trying to get that back. I've already lost a lot of the weight, but it's been a lot harder than if I just did a lean bulk. So do a lean bulk. Don't do a dirty bulk. All right. Don't believe what everybody else is saying about that. All right. Hope that helps. Let's see. Yeah, thanks. I feel a lot more confident this year. I've been training really hard every day except Sundays. I rest because of the Sabbath. I guess I play with my friends on Sunday, but now I don't work out. Yeah, man. Yeah, keep working hard, dude. What's good, bro? Yeah. On a good day. Bro, dirty bulk just gets you big, but as an athlete, we're not just trying to get big, we're trying to get stronger as well. Absolutely. What do you recommend for strength training as a kid? What worked for you? All right, so before I had a trainer that, worked with myself and the rest of the team, I had my own workout schedule, and it wasn't great. Um, but what I will say, what I've learned from that is, first of all, lifting won't stunt your growth or anything. I've learned that, or maybe I'm the wrong person to be saying that. But there is no correlation between lifting and the stunting of growth. I think that as a kid, you should start as early as possible, but what you should do is perfect your form. Don't worry about how much weight you're using. Do not worry about that. Get the perfect form when you're young, so then that carries on. All those good habits carry on to when you're older, because when you're young you might not be able to put as much muscle on compared to like when you're going through puberty and everything and your body's all changing. And then once that happens, that muscle is going to start growing, and then you'll be able to use those good habits to propel your muscle growth from there. So I would say get the basic workouts, like you can just get a bunch of them, maybe get like a push pull legs, or you want to do, upper body lower, whatever you want to do. I don't think there's like a perfect routine that you need. You just need to be consistent and have good form when you do it. That's what I would recommend personally. But this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor or anything. So eating healthy is always a good thing. Absolutely. What's good, Adam? Oh, you're in the server? Nice, man. So I am on a break right now, as I talked about before. I am, and it's been nice. I actually played basketball just with a friend of mine the other day, and it was just fun. I was just messing around playing, but yeah, I've tried to not really pick up a basketball. I really want to, but I think like I'm just gonna give it maybe an extra day or two. But I've been lifting and I've been working out, so I've been staying in shape, and yeah, taking a break. And I'm also taking a break from all the video making to just give my mind a rest so I could get the creative juices back flowing, you know what I mean? And I'll be able to put out the best content for y'all, you know what I mean? Hi, Mark. Love your videos. How can I deal with nerves before a game? Man, nerves before a game. I remember experiencing that in my first varsity start in my junior year. And I remember having a conversation with my coach right outside the gym. I was in my uniform, I remember, and we were in warm-ups. And I actually called my coach aside, well, my trainer aside, and he said, "Here, let's go out here." We went right outside the doors, and he just explained to me, "Look, everybody gets nervous before their games, but as you progress, as you get more experience, that nervousness will go away over time. And you just got to remember to have fun out there. If you mess up, he said, I mean, I can't use the language that he used, but he said, if you mess up, so what? You know, I'm paraphrasing, but if you mess up, who cares? There's another play. The world's not gonna end. Something that my dad has always told me. Actually, his father used to tell my father, so now my father tells it to me. Whenever I'm nervous before a game, my dad will always say, "You know what? The first play of the game, I want you to catch the ball and I want you to throw it out of bounds." Because it loosens you up. It makes you laugh, right? And you realize, okay, I can make a mistake, and so what? Maybe I can laugh it off, right? So don't be afraid to make a mistake. That's where the nerves come from. You're nervous about not playing at your best. But if you don't play at your best, you don't play at your best. Who cares, man? Right? Of course, we all want to play at our best, yeah. I mean, you can ask anybody in the chat that plays basketball, yeah, they want to play at their best. But as we all know, they've made a mistake. Their dad made a mistake. Their grandmother made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We're human. So don't worry about it so much. Have fun with the game that you love. Hope that one helps. Mark is growing up so fast. What? Congrats on 7K. Thank you, man. Mark, do working out with a full backpack. Do working out with a full backpack work. Oh, like weightlifting. Like, I don't know. I never really tried it. I've worn one of those. What do they call those? Weight jacket things. Weight vest. I've used them before. And yeah, I mean it's not easy, but it could probably work. But I would just be careful that it doesn't hurt your back or your shoulders. Understand. He has a medicine ball he works out with, and he throws it around a lot. Thanks. He's in a school XC team, and he's pretty good on cardio. Yeah, good. Make sure he has great cardio. Keep running around his neighborhood. Like, tell him to take a couple laps around his neighborhood or something. Do sprints, and if you have a yard or on the sidewalk in front of your house. But yeah, make sure that cardio is good, because then you can outrun players and run on the fast break. Especially when they're young, a lot of guys aren't ready to get back, and they can really take advantage of transition. And yes, medicine ball is good training. Dennis is a Antetokounmpo or Brian Scalabrine? Oh, it's Brian Scalabrine all the way. Any recommendations for playing against kids who are heavier or stronger? He is 5'8", 13, 130 pounds. Okay. That might actually be around where I was at in 8th grade. That might be very similar. What I would say is you're going to be playing against guys that are taller, stronger, heavier, all that. So don't try to play their game. They're going to beat you in the strength game. They're going to beat you with the bumps. They're going to beat you with the contact, all of that. So instead, play your game. And that can be being shifty. That can be becoming a great shooter. You got to use the tools and play with the cards that you were dealt, so then you can succeed in the areas that they're weak at. Those bigger guys might not be able to keep up with somebody that's going to be running the full court all game long because they practiced and they ran around their neighborhood in the off season. You know what I mean? And I would say if there is going to be contact, because basketball is a contact sport, don't try to initiate the contact in the air, and don't let the defender initiate the contact themselves. Be the one to initiate that contact, whether it be with a hard dribble into a bump and then going up in the air. Don't try to go up in the air and then get that contact. You're going to get pushed around all the time. So try to create that contact yourself. And there's something that my coach taught me, which was called staying on your line. Imagine a line in between the middle of your feet, and that's the direction that you're going in. You got to stay on that line and don't let your defender push you off that line. So if that takes a bump to keep yourself on that line, do it. Hope that helps. Yo, Mark, I love your videos. Can you make videos on how to learn the play? Because my coach and my team always get on to me for not just learning a simple pass and cut 5-out motion because it's hard to learn. The only thing I would say about that is that everybody has different plays, and the amount of plays in basketball is a lot. But I think there are definitely templates on plays, so I could... Yeah, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea, my friend. So I could go over the different systems for sure, like the 5-out, 4-out, 1-in. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. I'll see what I can do. 3 miles in 19 minutes. Dang. I think I ran 4 miles in, was it 25 minutes one time? That was like my best. I have to go apply to university this year, and I don't know if I can balance my schoolwork, exams, my social life, gym, and basketball. Yeah, that's a tough one. You got to figure that out for yourself, and you got to ask yourself, are you willing to have that chaotic lifestyle, or are you going to be able to balance that life and still find peace in it? You know, there have been people that have been able to do it. You can be one of those people. So, got to figure it out for yourself. I can never beat my brother in basketball. Any tips? Keep working hard. And you know what? You know what? Here's a great strategy for playing basketball with your brother. So you post up, right? You get him in the post, and then you swing on him, right? You hit him with one of these, hit him in the jaw, knock him out, and then you just make the layup. So, and you would win by default because he would probably forfeit. So, just gotta make sure you knock him out because if you don't, he's gonna kill you. Anyway. Your brother is 7'1"? What? Hey Mark, who is your biggest inspiration? Good question. I'd say my biggest inspiration from the NBA would have to be somebody like Kobe, because he wasn't, always the best player, especially when he was younger. He scored 0 points in the summer league, and then he just worked so hard that he became one of the greats. Michael Jordan, of course, he was always one of my biggest inspirations. LeBron, not so much. Maybe I'm just a LeBron hater, but never really found inspiration from LeBron. However, I think it's because he was just genetically gifted as well. So was Jordan, and Kobe. I mean, they all were, but I feel like LeBron is just like the highest on the spectrum of being genetically gifted with his frame and his body. So Stephen Curry's another one, especially as I've gotten older with shooting. I realized, okay, I'm not going to be the strongest or the fastest. I better become a knockdown shooter. So that's one of the things I've done. And personally, I would have to say my dad was a big inspiration for sure. And I think my brother and I, we've always been, I guess, constantly competing with each other. And so I always wanted to be as good as he was in sports. How am I doing? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing real well. I'm enjoying this little break I have here. You can't meet his face. He's 7'1". Oh man. I don't know. Maybe you gotta. You know what you do since he's 7'1"? You just gotta hit him where it hurts. If you know what I mean. Did I play AAU? What non-school league recommendations would you have? I did play AAU, and I think AAU is very hit or miss depending on where you go. I went to one AAU team, and I actually left in the middle of the season because it was poorly ran. There was just it was I guess false advertising in a way. Just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. There's definitely a lot of favoritism there. Then I went to a team that was attached to my school, but not like really. My coach was a part of it, but like he didn't like do the coaching or anything. It was like an organization. I don't know how you would word it, but so a lot of my teammates from my school played on the same AAU team here. So that's where I played, and it was a great experience. Getting a lot of basketball in, and I think going against that great competition is fantastic for your growth. The only thing I would say is there it's not high school basketball in the way of the refs calling the games, and I mean you play multiple games a day, which is great in some ways, but also I mean playing 3 games in one day or 4 games. The most games I played in one day I think was 5, and that might take a toll on your body if you're not careful. But I think AAU is pretty good. Just gotta make sure you're in a good program. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has a role, so you have to learn your role on the team. Trying to read your whole message. Hold on. Yeah, everybody has a role, and everybody has their strengths, something that they're really good at. And if your strength is defense, master defense, become a great defender. I don't see a problem with that. Hi, Mark. I'm 6'7", 17 years old, 175 pounds. I'm athletic as short guys. As athletic as short guys. Should I gain weight to become a center to then become dominant in the post, or should I work hard to become a good small forward? I think that's completely up to you, because the way I would see it is, if you wanted to become a dominant 6'7" big in high school and college, you would definitely find success. The only problem with that is the NBA big men are not 6'7" most of the time. So I think what you would be battling is short-term success versus possible long-term greater success. So you could get more success being a small forward at that height at the next level, while being a big man at the college level or high school level will really be dominant. I started working on myself like 6 days ago. I just love basketball. Nice. What's the best way to become a better ball handler? Dribble constantly. Dribble a lot. Have I tried good drills, and can I make a video reviewing them? I mean, I don't think my workouts are anything complicated. Um, I don't try to have complex drills. I try to get drills that focus mostly on what you experience in the games. For example, if I'm usually catching the ball on the wing and catching and shooting, I'm going to practice that in my workout so I'm ready for it in the games. Just a random example. So I'm not going to be picking up a cone, moving it to the side with a fan blowing on me while dribbling two basketball. That's not game like. Yeah, it might seem cool, but what's the point? But I'm not against two basketball training. Don't get that in your mind. And tennis ball training. I'm not against that either. What's my take on fat, aka overweight, aka plate cleaners dying under the age of 40? It's unfortunate. It's really sad. Um, yeah, anybody dying under the age of 40 is unfortunate. What's my take on Cooper Flag? Cooper Flag, man, he's a baller. There's no hiding that. That kid can play the game, and I think we'll see him in the NBA very soon. Um, I have high hopes for Cooper Flag. He's one of those generational talents, in my personal opinion. Is 18 too late to start playing organized basketball? No. I'll pop up a list here. When did when did NBA legends start playing basketball? Let me show you something. It'd be nice if I could type. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't have Google. Hold on. I hate it when it does that. It switches it to Yahoo Safe Search or whatever, and you get nothing. Dude. Uno momento. Search engine. Change. Google. Attaboy. There we go. There it is. Okay. So LeBron started when he was 9. Kobe hold on. Pascal Siakam didn't start playing basketball, organized basketball, until the age of 17, for example. Let's see. Dirk Nowitzki, he didn't start playing till he was 13. Amari Stoudemire didn't start till he was 14. Tim Duncan, 14. Joel Embiid, 15. Hakeem Olajuwon, 15. Steve Francis, 16. Pascal Siakam, 17. Dikembe Mutombo, 17. Mark Eaton, 20. Dennis Rodman, 21. Wait, no. Dennis Rodman played basketball earlier than that, didn't he? He played, No. He played basketball in high school. That's wrong. Didn't he play basketball in high school? That's cap. So, whatever. But you get my point. It's never too late to start. Do you have any tips for shooting? Some kind of wisdom you got from becoming a great shooter? There is no shortcuts to it. There's no shortcut. If you want to become a great shooter, you have to get tons and tons of reps. That's really all I can tell you. There's no little quick hack to get you there. Yeah, maybe those hacks will help, but you can't become an amazing lights out shooter overnight. Sorry. Do I have tips to not get blocked? Be unpredictable. What is my take on the all the high drama AAU YouTube videos? I personally, maybe I'm just an old head in disguise, but I personally think all the ballislife.com and all those highlight reels that every single player gets, and these 4-year-olds beefing, just getting angry at each other on the court, yelling at each other, calling each other little. I feel like it's personally, maybe I'm just an old head, but I just think it's bad for the game. Sue me, okay? You can sue me, but that's what I personally think. You know what? I'm going to pull this up on the computer to make it easier to see. Make it easier to read the chat. Have I seen Scotty Barnes' workout on YouTube? If so, what do you think about it? I have not seen his workout. But one workout I've seen on YouTube is Jimmy Butler. I don't know if y'all saw that before. And I've taken a lot of inspiration from it. For example, he has like the 100-pound dribbles with each hand into the high pound dribbles back into the low. That really burns your arms, man, I'll tell you. What is my take on the national rankings? Oh my gosh, let me get rid of this. Pause this. What? Manage extension. There we go. Now reload the page. There we go. There it is. What is my take on the national rankings, i.e. top 100 high school players, top 100 middle school players, etc.? Do the rankings really matter? I don't know. I've never been ranked, so I couldn't tell you, but to me, I think it's pretty cool. I think the rankings have been there for a while. I mean, you talk about Kobe Bryant, talking about the Street and Smith rankings, and he talked about, oh yeah, I had a kill list, and I wanted to become a better player than every player on that list. I don't have a problem with it. Recommendations on moving without the ball. Oh, I was actually watching my first high school, well, not first my first varsity start last night, and I was laughing so hard, man. I was watching that game, and so many dumb decisions, so many little mistakes were there. And one of the things I noticed was I wasn't getting into open space. You know, I think the difference between somebody that can move well off the ball and an ineffective off ball player is the great off ball player finds the gaps, they find the openings, and run towards them immediately. They don't take some time to, oh, maybe I'll go to this side and then I'll go. No, they find that opening and they get there. So have your eyes peeled for the openings through the defense. I seem wise beyond my years. Thank you, man. I'm gonna be the next basketball legend. Appreciate it. Hey, bro, can I ask you a question? If that's your question, yes. And no more questions out of you. No, I'm joking. Yeah, you can ask me a question. Virtual edits, you left for a millisecond, dog. Dude, that was the quickest snack break I've ever seen. He sprinted downstairs. He went, dang, dude. I'm in my senior year of high school with no local teams to play on. Can I get your advice? I mean, this is a great opportunity for you to work on your game by yourself. So I would say take advantage of the free time you have, work on your skills, and get ready for the regular season. I'm 15 years old from Nigeria, 6'3", height, 6'11", wingspan. I need advice on how to expose myself. When you say, like, are you talking about to get scout exposure or any experience with real performance difference in expensive basketball shoes versus less expensive? Well, I will say this. My basketball shoes, these are the shoes I rock with. Right here, Giannis Immortalities. I love these shoes, and they are actually cheap. I don't personally think like the more expensive the shoe, the better it will feel. I'm not a big believer in that. I just found this shoe. And I'm very comfortable with it, so I've been sticking with it. I actually have another pair of the same shoe down there. I don't know if y'all can see, but bro, virtual, you need to relax. And I actually switched shoes. I went to Curry's instead of Giannis's in my junior year. And some people say, "Oh, shoes don't make a difference." But when I had those other shoes, I felt like I just wasn't able to shoot the same. I felt like there was a bit of a height difference with the shoes. Maybe I'm just yapping, but I didn't make a single three with those shoes for 4 games. Then I switched back to the Giannis's and I started hitting them again. So maybe it's just a placebo effect, but I personally believe that if you find a shoe that you're comfortable with, you should stick with it. When I was real young, I liked the Kyrie Fly Traps. I think those are great shoes as well. I don't know if they even make them anymore. I had like the dark blue ones. They were tough. Nathaniel, how to expose yourself to scouts. It depends on where you want to play. If you want to play in the States, um, and you want to go to a college in the States, you would have to start messaging coaches and everything, like through via email. But I actually have to start messaging coaches now. I guess I'm pretty late to it, but I didn't want to do it before my junior year because I had nothing to really show for it. And now that the school year is starting up, I finally got my high school transcript that I can send out to coaches. So I think that's a very big thing. You want to be able to have that on hand. So now I'm going to start the recruiting process, I guess, and start reaching out to coaches and seeing what's going on there, seeing if I'm a fit with any programs. But yeah, that's what I'd recommend to do is start emailing as many coaches or as many people that you can find. And also about growth, I am projected to be 6'7". What position should I play? I am an efficient shooter, good ball handler, and decent defender. 6'7". I would say just some kind of forward. Don't worry so much about the positions because, well, positions are starting to become like it's no longer black and white. It's more of like a gray area nowadays with positions. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would just worry about becoming the best player you can be. Let's see. How many? Wow. How much should I focus on form when shooting? Is practicing a ton of reps with suboptimal form bad? Yeah, practicing with bad form is bad. So, before every shooting workout, I shoot 100 form shots around the rim, and I found success with it because I've been told by some people, oh, well, form shooting is just for younger kids. And if you look at NBA players, I've watched videos of them talking about this. Form shoot, they still form shoot. And that helps them keep that muscle memory and keep their form right. So you should definitely form shoot. And honestly, I would rather have just a form shooting workout around the basket than taking like 53s around the perimeter with without a warm up or anything. That's just me personally. Hi, your videos helped me very much. Just want to say thank you. Oh, I'm glad that the videos helped you, man. What? One question, how do your shoes smell? The ones I've already used are probably very stinky, my friend. They're probably very stinky. But the other ones probably got that new shoe smell, so we're fine. Everybody's out here asking basketball questions, and you're here asking how his shoes smell. Hey, man, priorities. My son always wants the new cool shoes, but he outgrows shoes about every 3 months, and high dollar shoes are painful to buy every 3 months. Yeah, I agree. I would say let your son figure out what shoes work best for him, whether he has like a wide foot or a narrow foot, whether he has an arch or not. Figure that out, and then find the best shoe that suits his foot. And if it works, stick with it. I'm going into an Indiana prep school, and I'm worried about exposure and level of physicality in the U.S. basketball scene. Well, I'll tell you something that my mom actually told me. Um, I personally don't go to all those like big camps and stuff. I haven't gone to any. Maybe I will, but I haven't gone to those camps for exposure where you have to pay hundreds of dollars to get in because, well, my parents just don't think it's necessary. They don't want me to go personally, and I think it's fair. But what my mom told me was she said, look, if you average 30 plus points per game wherever you play, you're gonna get exposure, and that's something I've always tried to remember. If you play really well in the regular season, if you become a really good teammate, if you become a winner, team coaches will realize that and you'll get noticed that way. But I think it also plays a part in your own like recruiting process, emailing coaches and everything. So, is there any way for me to work on contact finishes without anybody to practice with? Dude, I have the same problem. Uh, it's hard. So whenever I have somebody with me, that's when I work on contact finishes. That's really all the advice I have. Whenever you're with somebody, work on contact finishes, and when you're alone, maybe work on just other, variations of finishing, whether it be 1 foot, 2 foot, stop and go, etc., etc. What school or university do you want to go to after high school, and what are your career plans? That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure. If all goes well, I get a great offer at a great college that I seem to fit in with and I can help out the team. I would love to go there. If not, maybe I'll go to, a local place, community college or something to play basketball there, maybe get some notice there. Career plans, I would love to pursue YouTube full time. Excuse me. And, yeah. Does varsity high school basketball give you a chance at college? Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of varsity high school basketball players in my area go to good colleges. It all depends on how you play. If you're a good basketball player, you'll get notice. Do I have a court at my house? I do. It's a little half court there. It's beautiful, and I'm very grateful. Is high school basketball the best thing to do in ninth to 12th grade? Yeah, it's my personal opinion, but I feel like it's an experience that you can't get anywhere else. You can't get the high school basketball experience for AAU, for example. You don't have like that school spirit with AAU, and I think it's more organized. I would personally recommend high school basketball. But that doesn't mean you can't do AAU in the off season. That's what I did. Nice. I've got a park I walk to every day that is a minute away, and I play with friends all the time there, and we play pickup basketball with other people all the time. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Should your hand be fully straight up or a little slanted when you shoot, if you know what I mean? I'm not sure if I understand. Like, slanted, meaning like, are you saying, so you're shooting, are you talking about like the elbow out versus in? I don't play any other sports. I just play basketball year round. Of course, when I'm with my friends, maybe I'll play football or something. Just touch football or something, but maybe wiffle ball here and there. But I don't play any other organized sports. I used to play baseball and soccer when I was real young, but I just grew out of love for them. He said, "Mark, where are the female? Bro, you're a fiend." Wait, hold up. I'm in a British curriculum and I'm finishing high school this year. What school grade am I going to probably be in? Sorry for asking too many questions. You're not asking too many questions, bro. You're fine. Um, British curriculum, finishing high school this year. What school grade am I going to probably be in? So if you're finishing high school, then you would be a freshman in college. So, well, you would be in, I mean, we don't say it here in the US, but I guess you'd be in 13th grade technically. What were the things you learned that helped you most in basketball? Ooh. Oh, what's up, Christopher? Things that I learned that helped me the most in basketball. Number one is form shoot. Number two, practice at game speed. Number three, work on your mental toughness, your mental strength, your confidence, because that will pay dividends in the games. Number four, have great cardio. You can't be gassed in the games. Number five, have faith. That's my best advice to you. Oh, and number six, find what you're best at and make that your weapon of attack in games. If you are really fast, use that speed to your advantage. If you can jump really high, use that. If you aren't either of those things, become a great shooter. If you're a great ball handler, etc., etc. Opinion on this take. If one builds the perfect body, trained for athleticism, focuses on strength training, trains not to get big but strong and athletic, does it then make every aspect of basketball easier? Every aspect? No, but a lot of it? Yeah. I mean, you can't become a great shooter by lifting weights, but you can become a faster basketball player by training your speed. So it will help you in those areas, but it won't help you all around. I look really tired. Oh no, I'm good, man. Oh, my neck just cracked. That felt good. and my back. If basketball doesn't work, will I become a full-time influencer? I think that would be pretty cool. But there's like a bad aura around influencers. I guess there's like a bad rep, you know. I guess depends on the influencer, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't want to be that guy that turns on the camera. Yo, what's going on, guys? Back with it. I don't want to do all that. I just want to keep it real, man. Do you have any advice for small men like me at 5'8"? I'm 5'9", so believe in yourself. You can do it. Start making basketball skits. I actually made a couple, or did I just make one? I made the one. It was inspired by, I don't know if any of y'all know O-Dog, but um, if you've ever seen O-Dog, I made a video similar to his style, but just for basketball. And I called it How to Survive on the Basketball Court, Episode 1. I would love to make that an entire series with my cousins. They were awesome. And actually, O-Dog commented on that video. He had commented a bunch of crying, laughing emojis on it. I thought that was pretty cool. He has like 900K subs now, or close to 1 million now. So, that was one of my skits. I think, I also made another skit. Um, Basketball advice for my younger self. I just used some editing to make myself two people. Where's the other one I made? It was like my real advice for young basketball players. I don't know where the video is, but it was like I was talking to myself again in the video. Oh, my brutally honest advice to young basketball players. Yeah, it wasn't like a funny skit, that one, but yeah. Do the coaches really value players that set up a play and pass, or do they value the point scorers more? Sorry, I never played b-ball, but my son loves it. He'll probably be embarrassed, but whatever. Oh no, no, your son, no, your son he'll be grateful for it later on. Anyway, do they value the players that set up a play and pass, or do they value the point scorers more? Okay, so with each team, everybody has their own specific jobs or roles, right? You've heard that before. Oh, he's a role player. He fits his role really well. For myself personally, the role that I would love to fill on a college team is the sharpshooter. I want to be the guy that they can trust with the ball in his hands to shoot and make the shot, whether that be catching and shooting or taking a dribble pull up, etc., etc. I would also love to become an assist maker, a playmaker, but every team has those guys that they're looking for. So if you try to be okay at everything, well, why would a coach pick you up when they could get the specialist in that area? For example, if you're going to the doctor's office, right, and you need surgery, you're not going to go to, the brain surgeon if you need a heart surgery done, right? You're going to find the heart surgeon. So every team needs that one guy to fit that specific one role. And if you try to be the best at everything, you're probably I said this in one of my videos. I said a jack of all trades is the king of none. So every team is looking for different types of players on that team, and he has to find the best fit for the team that he wants to go to in college, etc., etc. Thanks. Those types of influencers are annoying. Yeah. Yeah, it gets a bit exhausting. You click on a video and you're just blasted with somebody screaming into the mic. In today's video! Yeah. No, I meant like if basketball doesn't work, you just do what you're doing now with a bit more IRL basketball content. Oh yeah, no, I'm what stutter. Whatever happens, I'm gonna just trust in God, have faith, and I want to live according to His will. So if, you know, basketball doesn't work in the way I expected, that's fine. I'll continue to grind on this. But I just know for myself personally, I cannot work a 9 to 5. I cannot. I hate being in school for 7 hours a day. Ugh, I couldn't do it.